You tell me how what I'm saying up here is wrong. Oh, you're leaving before you throw up. What's wrong? What's wrong? Come on. Nana, what you want, baby? Come on up here. Oh, Nana, Nana, Nana. You know, Tina, me, myself, I chose not to. But it was my choice. It was a choice given to me. Felicia, goodbye. Goodbye, Felicia. Clay, don't have sex unless you can afford a baby. It starts with you, fool. Goodbye, Clay. You've been muted and booted. Oh, KD, Nana, I'll go with you. Good, KD, I'm going to help you. Goodbye. You've been muted and booted too. Lee, don't get pregnant. Lee, don't have smecks. Okay? Stop it, because you're the one that does it. It's men that do it, dear. Women can't get pregnant without men. Look at that, Nana. Nana had something to say, but as soon as I said, come on up, Nana ran. Asked you to talk to me. Anybody remember Rick Springsteen? Oh my God. He was like gorgeous when he was on, oh gosh, what was it? General Hospital? That was a long time ago. He was on General Hospital. Nobody talk to me. Oh, no, guys. We're not going to be able to do that. We're not going to be able to come in and tag people so that you can get people in here to start shit. No, that's not going to happen. So sorry about that. You're going to have to try that somewhere else. I'd rather have nobody in here than have people bringing in people just to fight with me. Especially about stuff you don't know anything about.
It changed my life. It allowed me to stop.
What are you talking about? You can't be pro-life and anti-poor?
To me, quitting means living a longer and healthier life.
Oh, Casey, look at that. Look at the intelligence on this one. Did the state force y'all to lay down and get pregnant, or am I missing something? You know what, Casey? I guess you are missing something, because you must think the only time that people have sex is to procreate. But you know, there's this thing called enjoyment. Yeah, people enjoy it. You know? And giving consent to sex does not mean you're giving consent to pregnancy. So I hope that helps you, Casey.
Visit amyloid.com for additional information.
No, nothing exonerates the father, because the father knew full well when he was having sex with that woman, regardless if he used a condom or she said she was on birth control. He knew full well that if he put his thing in there and something came out, that those little sperms can make babies. If you didn't know that, your mama did a bad job raising you. So did your daddy. So you knew that. So every man that has sex with a woman, you're responsible. Stop blaming it on the women. You know full well you can get that person pregnant. Unless a doctor has said to you, you don't have any sperm alive in you and you're not fertile and you can't get anyone pregnant, you can. So why don't you men grow up and start being responsible for your sperm? How about that? Thanks. That would be really wicked wonderful. Oh, and the father and the government pay you? No, honey. The only reason the government gets involved is because they're deadbeat dads. So I don't know which one you are, Drew, but that's how that works. Iron. Don't even like what you said. Didn't make much sense, and it really doesn't apply here. Just something crude and rude. Bye-bye. Scott, do you know how many pregnancies are on birth control? I have 3 kids, okay? Both times I was on birth control. Okay? Hope that helps. Birth control is not 100%. None of it is. You could actually have an IUD in, use birth control pills and a condom and foam and still get pregnant. And then you know what you're going to do as a man? You're going to blame it on the woman. But the woman cannot get pregnant without the sperm. So stop blaming it on the women and take responsibility for your bodily fluids, Scott. Your bodily fluids don't belong in her. Okay? Okay? And if you put them in there, you might make a baby, regardless of any form of birth control. If you're out drinking with a woman and she's telling you, I'm on birth control, as you giving her those drinks, that birth control is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. You might want to ask her too, have you had any toothaches recently? Have you been on any antibiotic? Because if she has, guess what? That birth control is weak. She might get pregnant. And guess what? You might want to learn how to use a condom, because more than 50% of men do not know how to use a condom. It's true. Look it up. Google it. Look it up. Men don't know how to use a condom properly. Nobody showed them. They just said, oh yeah, I'll just do this. What? Pinch the top? What? Huh? What are you talking about? What is that called? Yeah, they don't know. Now, Beaver, that's just a stupid question, isn't it? So it only takes a man to get pregnant? The woman has nothing to do with the process? Oh, please, Beaver. It starts with the man's fluids. Keep your fluids out of the woman and she won't get pregnant. Now, Beaver, you've been muted and booted because I don't have the energy for you. You're a troll with nobody even following you. Oh, Katie, say you don't know what you're talking about without saying it. Why don't you come up here, Katie? I'm going to give you a chance to come up here before I boot your ass. I love it when women come in here and they think they know what they're talking about. Come on up here. Come on up here. I'm inviting you. Come on, Katie. Or are you going to be like the other woman that had something to say and then said, oops, gotta go? Come on up here, Katie. Cry about it. Oh, Katie, look who's pathetic. Starts with a K, ends with an E. No, Katie, that might be how you do it, but I don't. My husband works for the government. He takes very good care of me. No, not that either. Own my own, Katie. How about you? Got an acre of land, too. And I'm retired. And all my daughters that are in their 30s, they're all college graduates. Ivy League college, Katie. And what are you? What are you, Katie? Besides gone. Because you've been muted and booted. You're a woman against women, and I don't like you. Get out. Oh, look at that, Trader. Isn't that a cute little joke with your 0 following and your 1 follower? You're not a troll. No. Get out. You know a troll. You know how you can tell a troll. They don't have anyone following and they don't have any, barely anyone. How are they starting their life? Anybody else that starts a live, like another account and stuff? Yeah. Whatever. And Katie, I got tired of you. You didn't give anything to the conversation. You've been muted and booted. No, dear, I'm not. Would you like to hear... Thomas, would you like to come up and talk to my husband? I'll tell him to stop playing his video game in the other room. Says Thomas, who is on TikTok. Why are you here, Thomas? Are you here to supplement your income? Because it can be the only reason why anybody would be on TikTok. Do you see any big gifts up there? Do you see me asking for any? No. And if I ever did, Thomas, anything that I ever get goes to my cat sanctuary because I take care of strays. What do you do, Thomas? Oh, nothing. Oh, well then let me let you go there, Thomas. So you can get back to doing nothing in somebody else's room. You've been muted and booted. Goodbye. Did the state make that child? What child? Look at these troll accounts. No picture or anything. I'm not even going to talk to you. Nope. I'm taking you out. I'm done with you trolls. You don't have a picture. You don't have a conversation. Katie, I don't care what you're doing. You don't have a picture. You don't have a conversation. You're nothing but a troll. User whatever. Same thing with your 4 followers. You're nothing but a troll. Goodbye. That's how much I care about the numbers. Corey, you're probably on welfare and you don't even appreciate the help. So you want to make fun of other people? Yet you're probably one of those men that left the woman, got her pregnant, and a deadbeat dad. God of War. How is it not yours? How is it not your mistake? So it's only the woman's mistake. Not yours, David? You had nothing to do with it? David, have a good day with your 12 followers. Get out of my live. Goodbye. Oh, and look at you come back with another account with your 00. That works, huh, Katie? Again, blocked and muted. Pathetic. Not Nathaniel, you're gone too with your women can't keep their legs unspread. Yeah, right. Men take it anyways. They grape women all the time, but you guys always forget that part, don't you? Cage, you're going too. Goodbye. Any of you people that are just saying shit like that, I don't need you in here. Linda, don't get pregnant. That's what you said? You're a woman. Not a woman for women. Get out. Goodbye. You're not wanted. Mm-hmm. Robert, I don't care what you have to say. Do you have a uterus? No, you don't. So you've been muted and booted. Goodbye. Believe in me. K-Bear, you're gone. Goodbye. Nothing there. Said nothing important. Goodbye. No, the man doesn't, Blood Medic. That's ridiculous. No good conversation coming out of you. Goodbye. Katie, goodbye. D, goodbye. Apparently you don't understand the conversation, Duncan. Of course not, you're a man. You've been muted and booted. Goodbye. George, first off, keep it in your pants. Use a sock. Okay? Grab another sock, George. I'm sure you got all kinds filled. No, it's not always preventable, is it? Because sometimes men just take it, don't they, Sarah? Sometimes men just grape women, don't they, Sarah? And sometimes even they're married to them and they still grape them. So, Sarah, you're just being a ridiculous troll. Goodbye. A woman that is against women, I don't want you in here. Red states do, Randy. Red states. Come down to Kentucky. How about Alabama? Go to Alabama. Alabama, you can't even get an abortion in that state. So you go ahead. You go ahead, Randy. Tell me how it is. If women abort a child, Should they work twice as much for the labor that child would provide? Excuse me? Yes, they should be forced to help. Especially these states that are not allowing you to have birth control. They're not allowing you to have abortions. They're forcing you to have a child. That's forced birth. And if they are going to force you to birth a child, they should take care of that child. Oh, Eric, look at you with your no picture troll account. Oh, I don't know what you said because I didn't bother. Goodbye. Do women have any responsibility for pregnancy? Of course they do, user, but it starts with a man, and it starts with a man's sperm. And why don't men take responsibility for it and stop blaming women and saying, oh, you shouldn't have wore that skirt, or why did you spread your leg? Because a lot of times women don't spread their legs. Sometimes that skirt is ripped off of them. Sometimes they say no, and men don't listen. And having sex does not give you... Giving consent to have sex does not mean that you want to get pregnant. If you're on birth control and get pregnant, so now you're going to be punished because your birth control failed you? Come on. You guys are ridiculous. The birth control failed, not the woman that was taking it. Just like the birth control fails when the man uses the condom. But does the man get in trouble? Does the man say, oh, we're going to throw you in jail because you got pregnant? Because I can, you make no sense. Peyton, you have no idea what you're talking about. We need more kids in the U.S. Peyton, why don't you do your part and go to a foster home and adopt some, if you're even old enough. I don't know who you are, and I don't want to know who you are, because you've been muted and booted. You have no idea what you're talking like most men. Most men will say things like that, yet they're at the bar every weekend drinking. Are they taking care of foster children? No, they're not even taking care of their own children. There are billions in foster care. I watched my nephew get a girl pregnant at 19. And that girl, she had that baby, because they talked her into having that baby. And you know where that baby is? Where her other baby was right before that. They were both only 19. She has 2 children in foster care. Now he's old enough. He's married and he has 4 kids. But nothing's going to take away that he and she have 2 kids in foster care system. Nothing's going to take that away. They put that weight on everybody else. The whole society. But that's okay. Just throw them in foster care so they can be brought up through foster care. Because you can see how that's worked out for the children in foster care, right? I'll tell you how that's worked out. Most of them end up in prison. But you guys don't care about that because you're not the ones adopting them. Yeah, Chuck, why don't you take precautions like don't have it? Use a condom, double wrap.